Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Beautiful summer day out there. Um, Changing it up a little bit with the Give and Go podcast. Doug did a podcast last week without me when I was away on vacation, and I'm doing a podcast on a sport that I don't cover, but is one of the fastest growing sports I could probably say in the country, not just in the Jersey Shore area. And one of the best flag football players in the area joining me to talk about flag football from Central Regional, who just graduated, Alexandria Veltri. Alexander, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So let's start from the beginning. Flag football is definitely very fast growing sport in this area, as you know. When did you get your start and first glimpse at flag football and start playing?
Yeah, I started in like seventh grade at a local rec team, Berkeley Lords. It was like it's a co-ed league, so I played against other guys and girls. But that's how I got started, played until senior year, and then now I'm aged out of that.
What was it about flag football that that you fell in love with it, and you're going to be playing at the in the college level?
Yeah, I just thought it was like a unique sport, something like a lot of people don't get into when they're younger. I've like always loved football as a kid, watching like NFL games with my dad and stuff, and I just like always thought like, oh, like I want to play one day. So like when I heard a flag and like my mom brought it up, I was like, yeah, sign me up.
It seems to be even growing on the boys' side too. I know a few years ago with all the concussion issues, and I know parents of youth concerned with concussions. So it seems like a good option, even on the boys' side, and in the Olympics, added it as a sport. So that shows you how big it's becoming. Not even just in the United States, but if the Olympics is carrying across the country, I mean across the world. Did you do any other sports when you were younger?
Yeah, I did volleyball and basketball through middle school and high school.
Okay. Now let's pull up my outline here. Did you ever do AAU basketball or um any volleyball teams out like club teams?
No, I really just did like rec and then like school.
Okay. How do you find time to balance, three sport athlete, volleyball in the fall, basketball in the winter, and then flag football, obviously. How do you find time to balance that and your schoolwork?
I definitely put schoolwork first because it's a student athlete type of thing. So I always would put my schoolwork first because I was in like a lot of honors classes, a lot of like honor societies, so my grades definitely meant a lot. Um, and then I put sports second, but I mean they both mean a lot to me, but you got to put academics first.
Yes, it's easier to get scholarship money for good grades than for any sport.
Yeah.
What year did Central get a flag football team?
Yeah, so we got it my sophomore year, which
So,
was 2022 maybe.
okay. And that was the first year the Shore Conference saw a big jump in teams because I think the year before there was only like 6 or 8 teams, and then
Yeah.
I think that year when Central joined, it jumped to 16 teams. What was your reaction when you found out Central was going to have a program?
Yeah, I was definitely happy because I have been pushing for it since my freshman year. One of my first ever travel coaches, Coach Nick, helped me push it into the school, and then I talked to Mr. Scran and stuff. Although we couldn't get my freshman year, which was a little upsetting because I would love to play 4 years, but at least we got it to my sophomore year, and yeah, and it was just really exciting feeling.
And this year, even NJ.com actually did a top 20, which is a pretty big deal. And I guess next year it's going to be like official varsity sport. Is that correct?
I think 2027, they said.
2027. Okay. What goals did you set for yourself entering when you first entered high school, whether sports related or academic related?
Yeah, going to high school, my number one goal was to be a true student athlete. Although sports means a lot to me, I always would want to put academics first. Some other goals I had was to be like very involved. Like I joined many clubs, sports obviously, different honor societies. Like I love meeting new people. So that was one of my biggest goals in high school was to meet new people, talk to everyone, and like always be like a kind person to everyone. Yeah.
Now, basketball last year, Central Regional won the WOBM. How what did that mean? Bringing a title, to school where basketball isn't the biggest sport in any of the Ocean County schools really, but you girls were able to very run through that bracket and a couple exciting games and bring home that championship.
Yeah, it was an exciting moment to win. Although like we didn't have the best record, like winning that gave like our team a lot of confidence. Because we truly did work hard in every practice and game, and we lost a lot of close games that season. But beating South definitely felt good.
Yeah, and something I'd say about your team did all the small things that don't get recognized good. Everyone played very good defense. Strong with the boards. And that's what you need to do, especially, when you're going through tournaments. It's not just about offense.
Yep.
Uh, all right, let's talk this year. Flag football. When you saw Central ranked in the top 20 preseason, what was your feeling on that and for on NJ.com?
Yeah, it was very exciting, but definitely scary because it was like I felt like a lot of pressure like was on like our team at the start, but it definitely was exciting to get to be known like in the state.
Yeah, I went to the one game against New Egypt and they upset you, beat you, and it kind of felt you girls were a little tense that game. And it was one of the early games in the season, like you said, and I know Coach Fence too, and he's a pretty good coach. But overall, how do you think the team did this year?
I thought we did pretty good. Definitely a big jump from last year. I think last year we only had 2 wins, maybe. So definitely gave us a lot more confidence. Probably more for the girls, the underclassmen for the years ahead. Um, but yeah, it just felt good having a way better season than the last 2 years for me.
Now you brought up the underclassmen. What is something that you hoped you were able to pass down to the underclassmen that they could take with them, during their high school years?
Yeah, just like give 100%. Communication is key. Like you got to talk to like the defense and the offense, make sure everything's like coordinating. Um, and yeah, just like be a leader, be a captain.
Now, obviously, the sure you saw a team, more and more schools get get a flag football program. Have you seen more and more girls come out, from your sophomore year to your senior year, come out, try out, and want to join the team?
Yeah, our team was pretty big this year. We were lucky enough to have a JV and varsity team, so a lot of girls got playing time. Even if it wasn't varsity, like JV was also an option to get better for the next seasons for them to play varsity.
That's pretty big because a lot of sports, even the big sports are losing their JV team. So, and I think actually the New Egypt, they had a JV team too, and they're, one of the smallest schools
Yeah.
in, in the state. So that's good. How many seniors were on the roster this year?
I think there was like 8 of us, one being a manager, so there's like a decent amount.
Okay. Now, you were selected for the All Shore game that is going to be played July 27th at Capelli Complex. What did it mean to see your name being, one of the players selected?
Yeah, it was definitely like appreciative. I did play it in last year too, and it was really fun. I got to meet a lot of super nice girls who are like heck of athletes. Like they're definitely, I noticed like a lot of players are multi-sport athletes.
Mhm.
So it was cool to see like other girls, like I play in basketball, volleyball, and stuff like that, and just get to talk to other girls from the shore about flag.
Now, when it becomes a varsity sport, do you think the numbers will drop a little because, now you're allowed to play other spring sports? Or
Yeah.
do you see more girls sticking with the flag football and maybe dropping the other sports?
Yeah, I'm not really sure because I do know a lot of people who did like track and lacrosse and flag, so it'll definitely be like a tough decision for them. Because a lot of like our spring and flag athletes are going to be seniors, so it'll kind of be interesting to see like who sticks to it and who doesn't. But yeah, hopefully people pick flag because that's my favorite, obviously. But yeah,
Now, I think during winter break, you went down to Florida for a flag football
yeah,
event.
in March, we had a games and at the ESPN complex in Orlando.
How exciting was that, to be part of that and then seeing these type of events, popping up, similar to like soccer tournaments and AAU tournaments.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like ESPN has just like so many fields and so many different teams from like around the country. So it was definitely like experience to play against like teams from like we even played a team from Mexico. So it was
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was very cool to like see other athletes from different states and stuff.
All right. You ready for some rapid fire questions?
Sure.
All right. What's your favorite TV show?
I like Love Island.
Love Island. That's the new show, right? That everyone
Yeah.
keeps talking about. I think Bar A had like an audition for season two or whatever. I thought I saw Bar A at the beginning of the summer that they were doing something. I don't know. Favorite movie?
I'm a big Lilo and Stitch fan. I just saw like the new live action one. I like that.
Okay. Favorite food?
Mac and cheese and grilled cheese.
Okay. What is your go-to song to get you pumped up before a big game?
I like Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill.
I have no idea who that is. I usually don't know who when I
Yeah.
ask that question who the athletes tell me. What is your favorite school subject?
I don't know if it counts for gym. I'm always like, really competitive in gym, but if we're talking like academically, I like history.
So it's similar to me. I would always say gym does count. Gym does
Yeah.
count. I think my senior year, I think I took 5 gym classes because I didn't need to take anything
Okay.
else. Um, you said, you've always liked football. Do you rather watch NFL or college?
I'm an NFL person.
Okay. Who's your favorite team?
I'm a Falcons fan.
Falcons. How did you become a Falcons fan?
I was just always like a big Julio Jones fan.
I didn't know if you felt bad because they blew that lead in that Super Bowl
Yeah.
of yours. I'm a 49er fan and I became one because this is a long, long time ago. They were losing, and this is late 80s, and they came back and won. And that was like the first football game I ever watched. So I became a 49er fan
Oh yeah.
that way. Joe Montana was the quarterback. So you play wide receiver and DB. Would you think scoring would you rather score a winning touchdown, a wide receiver, or winning interception to end the game?
Mm, I feel like the winning touchdown.
Winning touchdown as a wide receiver? Okay. Um, do I have any more? We did favorite school subject. When your playing days are over, you're done with college, do you want to still be involved with flag football, whether coaching or training or
Yeah, definitely. Like always like one of my biggest dreams was to have my own travel team,
oh,
like my own organization. Um, yeah. And
that's that's pretty cool because I asked that question whether basketball, soccer, and you were the first. Like a lot of players say, yeah, stay involved, but start your own program. That's an impressive answer. I like that. So, all right, let's talk college. You committed to Marymount. What was it about that school that you were like, hey, I can make this my home for the next 4 years?
yeah, so I always knew like going to college, I wanted to be close to home because I'm very like family oriented. And Marymount definitely was the closest choice, but like it wasn't just because of that. Like the coaches I talked to, although like I did have like a struggling time picking a school, they were very like patient with me, gave me a lot of time to like think on my decisions. So that really helped me gain love for the school. And then when I went on recruitment day there, I got to meet like the other 2025 recruits, and everyone was just super nice. And then teammates who also had been going there, everyone was just super nice and like outgoing, easy to talk to. So that made me really enjoy the school too. And it's like on a nice campus. It's a smaller school, but that definitely meant to me like I can get closer with people. It's right, it's like 10 minutes from DC too, so there's like a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
And then I heard they have a good like communications program, which is what I'm going to college for.
I got a couple questions off that. How big is it to get to know the coaches? And, you said they didn't pressure you, they gave you your time. How big is, to get that relationship and, where you knew you could be comfortable, going there with them as your coaches?
Yeah, it definitely meant a lot to me because in high school, like Coach Watson and Coach O'Keefe, I was very close with. They supported me every game, make sure I was always okay. So definitely came from then. Like coaching is such like a big thing to me. Like I definitely did not want like a bad coach, but when like I met them, they were very supportive, again, like patient in my decision. So that really made me help make my decision.
Yeah, because the recruitment process for flag football, it's kind of new, it hasn't been around that long. So, you're kind of learning it, coaches are also kind of learning, what are the best ways to, bring kids in. I mean, I'm sure you could kind of follow the football model, but, obviously dealing with females compared to males is completely different. So, it's kind of new to everyone. So you're kind of like one of the pioneers, early stages of flag football. The next question I had off that, you said you got to meet the other kids coming in with you. How big is that to get to know and, you realize that, okay, these are girls I could get along with and, and bond with.
Yeah, like a lot of the girls were multi-sport athletes, so I knew
That's
like they enjoyed sports like me. So it's very easy to get along with them, talk about sports, and just everyone's super nice there.
I usually ask this early, what is your family met, how have they helped you in this journey and, just through like with everything?
Yeah, it definitely helped me find schools like that have flag and got me like gave me confidence to like just go and talk to them. Although like a lot of college reached out to me, like just like following colleges on Instagram definitely helped a lot. So they like, because I have like a separate page for like my highlights, so I just followed them on there, and then they started to talk to me. But yeah, they definitely helped me a lot. They were always supportive of my decision wherever I picked.
You brought up communications is going to be your major. Do you know what you want to do after, besides starting your own flag football program? What do you want to do as a career after college?
Yeah, so I want to major in communications and then minor in sports management. My dream job is to work for the NFL, either in like social media or guest relations, something like that. That's like a dream job for me. If not, definitely something in sports, like maybe an athletic director. Just something in sports, like honestly.
Maybe even GM one day, general manager one day.
Maybe.
But I could see flag football becoming bigger, bigger, and professionally too. Um, because I think they said NFL players could play in the Olympics, right? Didn't they? I think they said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty sure.
All right, last question. Actually, no. What does it mean to you that flag football has evolved so much that it is now in the college level?
Yeah, it's honestly crazy to me how like much it's grown since I was a kid. My younger self like would never think I would be able to play in college, which is honestly crazy because now
Yeah.
like I'm here. But yeah, it was a true blessing to me to have coaches who helped me get this far in my athletic career. Even not from flag, like basketball coaches and volleyball coaches who always been supportive of me. I hope like this opportunity gets like many other younger women into flag football and maybe also getting to play at the college level.
and it's funny because you also play volleyball, and that was one of the fastest growing sports, especially in the area. I know they were taking players away from basketball, and definitely during the soccer season, and now flag football. It's kind of overtaken volleyball, but two non-traditional sports on the girls' side is what's being it seems what kids your age are being attracted to playing, so that's pretty cool. All right, here's my last question. What advice would you give your younger self?
Just like always be myself, always give 100%, always be a good teammate to others, and like time goes by really fast. So always cherish like these moments, and if you have an opportunity, take it.
Yeah, time does go, and it goes by faster when you get older.
Yep.
So, Alexandra, thank you for joining me today. Good luck in the All-Star game. Any other teammates from Central playing in it?
Yeah, Keely, my quarterback.
Okay. So, anybody want to get out? Trust me, flag football, it's definitely fun to watch. I've caught a couple games over the last few years in between softball. But July 27th at Capelli, what time?
Uh, I know it says like 11 to 5. I just don't know exact time we're playing because I know like the second team plays against each other and then we play against like the other first team, like north versus south kind of. So I'm not exactly sure. I just know it's between
Okay.
that time frame.
They did that for basketball. They changed the format where there was four teams. You did one game, then you had the other game, and then the winners played each other. It was the
Yeah.
first time they did that for basketball. So, they did not do that for softball or soccer. So, all right. Well, Alexander, thank you for taking time out today and try to enjoy the rest of your summer. What season is flag football for college? Is it spring?
Yeah, it's spring.
Okay. So try to enjoy the rest of your summer before you go off to college.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And if I don't see you, enjoy the rest of the summer. I will be at Capelli on Monday to start my soccer previews and have a good day.